five. The sheriff I too. You know my spirit. Like I told you, so y'all see my ass. So I ain't gonna introduce myself. I'm just gonna say this. Would be the 13th year I've been electronically tortured. And what I realize is that everybody always talking about, oh, we're about to lose our democracy. You already lost it. I don't understand how people can sit here and watch me and make laws and sit on boards and sit on the Senate, make all these laws and believe that the democracy in this country still exists. I wonder what happens when all those politicians look at me and you see my big ass. You see my big ass. I don't know why you all can sit there and act like and pretend like democracy still exists. I know that Biden is having a problem with it and Harris is having a problem with it because by definition, the lack of democracy is me. It's just, I don't have nobody is talking about it. I know one lady. I was looking at a talk. I had it was a blog, and one lady she was blogging about electronic torture, and they said, "Why?" I guess I'm supposed to be the elephant in the room. Oh, well, okay. Why is no one talking about electronic torture? Why is no one talking about that black girl, that black, yeah, you can call me that black girl, that black bitch, always being tortured, always in pain, 24/7. I saw a boy who had a child. I remember when he just had the child. The child is 5 years old now. I have nothing. I'm alone. I make what? I get what? $12,000 a year from our government for being what? The crazy lady or being everything. But they certainly was watching my big ass to get ideas. They were certainly using my big ass in reference when they making their fucking laws. They certainly will use my big ass whenever they need to say something that was democratically democratically correct. They always using my big ass. Well, my question is that the biggest problem I have for this is that have you noticed the state and the problem of the biggest state is the black women. Have you noticed the increase in violence, the missing, black women going missing, all women. Now this has affected all women and all women can't say, well, all women, if you sit there and you are a woman and saying that this does not affect you, you're a lie. How is it your interaction with your male coworkers at your job? How is your interaction with going out dating? How is your interaction with men, period? Do they treat you like shit more often? Do they call you a whore? Do they always say all these nasty things? Do they always feel like they need to start everything with their sexuality or they do? Also, too, is that how many I heard that from what I understand, domestic violence has increased, rape has increased, the sociopaths have increased. Everybody's killing each other. And I said to myself, is that they have to watch me. I know, because everybody's tired of this is the most violent, excruciating torture that you could ever have. And everybody pretend like it doesn't affect them. It does. It affects you greatly. And especially black women. Have you noticed that everything in your? Have you ever noticed as a black woman how everything is always charged at you? It seems like everybody's leaving you out of the conversation, making all these sexual references toward more just heavily degrading sexual references to get you more likely. But not only that is that I'm tired of being dismissed. I'm tired of being the local crazy lady. I'm tired of being on the back burner when I should be on the front. I don't care what nobody say. Is that all us targeted victims, all those people has been all exposed to any kind of America's, um, basically any kind of America's experimentation, rape, molestation, whatever, but perpetuated and manufactured by the government should be incensed now. I'm tired of our government. I'm tired of. I'm sorry, Biden and Harris. I'm not trying to put you down, but y'all got. I don't know what your issues is, and I'm tired of you all not putting their. I'm personally myself. I'm not just Biden and Harris. All you politicians. I don't care if you're Democratic or you're Republican or whatever. You all are just not real. You all hanging on to a thread that you all can't keep a tight control over. I mean, not only just with voting rights, but who do you decide is human in value? Is it everybody, or just some people, or just some people who are of the lighter persuasion? Is that who you value most? Because personally, myself as a black woman, I feel like the whole world is trying to crush me. I feel like the whole world has went along and perpetuated a cycle of driving me crazy, killing me, raping me, molesting, and have me tossed upon the field. But you watch that every day. No matter, no wonder. Now you wonder why people are getting so crazy. Why people don't think have second guessing a vaccine. They're afraid of. They're afraid that they're for the federal government. The government stinks. They're lying. I'm like, you cannot but say that I'm not electronic torture. You can say you're not ever as a government official. You cannot say that that's not true. I would never go if somebody walked into a building and said, why y'all still electronically torturing somebody? And look, trying to torture that girl or all these people. What would they say? What do you think that what do you think that the government officials will say? They probably say something obscene or sexual because they think they can get away with it. And I'm going to say the last thing, ladies, women, all of us, Harris, you know why you didn't win? Hillary, you know why you didn't win? Because you did not say that black woman who would be electronic torture is wrong. And because you did, what happens is that women will never gain any power in this society unless you go and call men to task. Should not be able to use their misogyny to kill. You should not be able to use racism to kill. Women, you will not be able to gain the power that you need with me sitting up here. Because you know what men say? When they say that everybody's laughing at this woman, even women. And I noticed what, just like this. I remember I was out with an male and he said that he judges other females. He said he judges all females by his interaction with one female. I said, why is that? He said, because oftentimes one woman can be a blueprint for another. And I said, well, women are all, just as men, all the sum of their experience and what they have. And sometimes he said, but oftentimes in this society, how a man can control a woman is to make his own cookie cutter of a woman and apply her into that cookie cutter. And apply a woman into the cookie cutter mold, and therefore that's his woman. And if a woman is not compliant to that cookie cutter mold, then they're either left out, told that they're crazy, or just won't have a man. Why I'm saying this, I digress, because I'm saying this to say that and I'm not trying to, but I'm saying this as women, is that as soon as men see me, and that's anywhere in the Senate, and once he hears you laugh me off, he think he can laugh me off. He think he can laugh me off too. This is what is happening to me is an egregious assault on all human dignity, all human rights, everything in the Constitution. The Constitution was written to solidify a dogma of how we can be treated or how we treat each other. How I'm being treated in electronic torture is saying that you don't believe in the Constitution. You can do whatever you want. And all part of that is doing whatever you want to women, to black women. But also too is that when you see when you sit in Parliament and when they look at me and they're watching me and all this different stuff, and if you are a woman and you sit there and you laugh that off, men look at you and say, that woman is in pain. That woman is bitching, but she's in pain. She's how can I go around getting my laws passed because these women don't see this woman of value or see what's, so I can use their dismissal of that woman to make laws to dismiss every one other woman, to overlook other women, and also to hurt other women. I think male politicians feel like male politicians male politicians are run by what? Misogyny, racism, sexism, whatever isms. Because we still have those we still have those geriatrics in power who think that boys will be boys. That is not the situation here. This is a situation where this for me is that they use this to strip away power. What am I? A black woman. I'm black. Strip away power from black. We don't have to hold you. We don't have. They said, first of all, I'm saying to the blacks, we don't have to really respect you. We don't have to see you. You're not there. For a woman, they said, we don't have to see you. We don't have to have value. You're a bitch. You're a whore. You're slut shamed. You have no value. For a disabled person, we don't really, whatever. She's nothing. Then they can call me black, ghetto, whore, all the different stuff, and dismiss me. At the same time as they're dismissing me, they are dismissing all the other people's that look like me, that had the same problem as me. So they're telling that, oh, those women don't matter. Oh, then they can broaden aspect. Oh, all these women don't matter. We need to put them in the same scope. We need to make these specific laws that will keep them underfoot. Because if a black, not only black, but if a woman gains the power necessary to not only to own the Senate seat, but also to gain the power necessary to be president, then a lot of things that men hold power with will be gone. But I digress. Excuse me. What I'm saying is this, and I'm not having it men versus women. I don't believe that shit. Okay? I believe that I think that all y'all motherfuckers is wrong. Yes, this is, what he can do to a woman. This man weaponized sex, took my womanhood, took all that I am, and even my brain, even my memories, and he weaponized sex. He weaponized misogyny. He weaponized racism. He weaponized the total dismissal of a woman. Then he told her how he can beat a bitch. All these shows about beating a bitch down, how he can beat somebody, or how a woman like me. I mean, it has increased in a way. It has increased to the way that all these women are reporting being abused, shot at, all this different stuff, because this solidifies a certain way of how you can treat those type of people or people like her. I'm tired of being dismissed. I'm tired of the childishness that goes along with electronic torture. Let me tell you something. Women and men this is a power that no one should have. No one should possess electronic torture. Oftentimes I wonder if I write a story, go ask Germany what they think about it. Go ask the Japanese what they think about it. But from what I understand, that they were put down, persecuted, shot at, war crimes, all that different because they experimented in outfits they experimented. God bless every Jew in America, every guy, every Jewish person everywhere. But they experimented on those people to make something like this. On POWs, I talked about being utilized to make something like this. But you go look up the information, you find it yourself. My question to you is that, what if I go of all over these countries and ask them, what do you believe in electronic torture? Do you believe this girl's over here trying to be too sexual, trying to be what, or did they not weaponize sex to rape her? Not only did to do this, rape her, put a fear in her family, but also to do this to take her life. They weaponized misogyny, they weaponized rape, they weaponized misogyny, they weaponized sex, they weaponized the abuse of a woman. They weaponize rape and racism. They say, oh God, she's this, she's all these different things. I should cause her pain. For January 1st, for New Year's, I was in pain. I've been in pain the whole time. And what makes me mad is that Our government acts like they don't know. She said we were right to lose. We're actually going to lose. She's afraid. I remember that vice president. She said we're afraid that we're going to lose a democracy. Your fear shouldn't be the phrase you're going to lose a democracy. Your fear should be more who's going to turn the lights on for everybody and tell that, oh God, not everybody has a pass on a ship. Not everybody's going. Not everybody's going to be treated equal, and oftentimes they will turn the light to electronic torture people, or kill them with electronic torture to make it pass as if these people just died off. These people are crazy, or these people just don't deserve it, and they're out there Looney Tune. They don't deserve a seat on the ship. I'm just guessing, because the reason I said that is that you have to understand this. In America, this weapon and why they're using it and why they're perpetual, it's not going away. They're just feeling that they fell out of scope, and they exposed it to social media and all. What they're doing is telling how many times would you not talk about this and let it be okay that I use this on her? If I can use it on her, then I can use it on other people. It's like coming into a village, coming into a place and saying, well, if they let me use this torture tool on one person and they're not saying that, why can't I get a whole nother group of people that I dislike or who don't have a seat on the ship, and keep them controlled under this weapon as well? So basically, I'm saying to you, and I'm gonna tell it bluntly, I think you all who all think that you don't have, and what hurts me so much is about the Black community. They never asked. They came and sat this right in your community. Right here, you never asked. My neighbors and all these different people judge me and try to do the wrong things to me. But they never asked the hard question. They came to a Black majority. My complex is 90% black and brown people. And they said it right here. You didn't say anything. That sounds like night. When the Nazis first moved into the village, they pretended as if they were good. They pretended like they were doing nothing, and they were. This is a preamble. This is a pretense to say that, oh, they're not doing anything. Do you understand? This is ground zero of being able to roll electronic torture out to the masses or a large amount of people. Do you understand that? Nobody's going to get away. And because you all didn't say nothing, all the world is invested in this whole conspiracy or this lie of having to make me the crazy lady, but it's not true. What you have done is you dismissed so much and told me that I was a crazy lady and not helped me. And you told me that I was a crazy lady, but you're allowing them to roll out electronic torture to the masses easily. First, by eliminating the ones that will be used first by race, class, gender, disability, whatever. Those people will be first. They're the first who will be thrown asunder. Then the next they'll be thrown asunder. Because you know what? The fall of America, you'd fucking deserve it. Because you dismiss me. Everyone tries to make me the crazy lady. You try not to listen to me. You try to act like I'm the crazy person. When America falls, what I'm going to see, I'm going to be sitting there in the ashes and say, I told you so. I told you so. I told you about that electronic collar. I asked you to help me go to the Senate petition. I asked you to help me stand in front of the president's, even if I help me go and stand in front of the president's house or the White House, or burn down each business, or burn down with not each business, but burn down any place that could house a technology such as electronic torture. But you didn't do that. You laughed at me, called me the crazy lady, a whore, slut shamed me, all that different stuff. When you fall, and all you shits will, I'm going to be laughing at you just like you chose to laugh over my grave. I'm going to be laughing in the ashes and say, look, when those collars finally click on, I said, I told you. Like Marshall Beetle said, I told you. I tried to tell you, but you didn't listen. You all thought I was the crazy lady. You all acted like I was the crazy lady.